A little while ago, I made the conscious decision to completely remove all social media apps from all of my devices. I think I've always been one of those people who has benefited from regular detoxes from social media apps and also from smartphones in general. You don't realise until you stop what it actually does to your mental health and all that mindless scrolling and what it does to your productivity as well. I've tried a couple of things in the past to limit my screen time. As I mentioned, I've done a few social media breaks, but also I've downgraded my smartphones to dumb phones. So for a period of time, I used a £15 Nokia 105, which, to be fair, is a great little phone and we still use for the torch at night now. And the other was a Nokia 2520, I think that's what it is. A great flip phone, and it's, to be honest, it was awesome using that. A little bit of a brick, but the nostalgia of being able to flip the phone and flip it shut once you finished a call, it was great. And I really could see the benefit of those few months of not using smartphones. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people who hate social media. I'm not one of those people who actively protests or whatever, or shares my outrage at these companies stealing our data. But I can definitely see the benefits of not being on any social media whatsoever. For me, I still use YouTube. It's obviously, I'm on YouTube a fair bit to research and to make these videos. But I definitely think life is a lot better without social media, and this is why. Number one is you become a lot more productive. So I'm massively into my productivity at the moment, and one of the things I definitely have noticed since no longer being on social media is I'm a lot more productive. When I wake up in the morning, I no longer look at my phone and go straight to Instagram just to see what I potentially missed in the last 8 hours, which usually wasn't a lot. I can actually get up in the morning now and look at my phone with the sole intention of planning my day. I can now wake up, think, right, what am I going to get done today that's actually going to actively push towards my 5-year goal? What am I going to do today that will save me some time in the future? And it's just a nice feeling to be able to start the day off with something proactive instead of spending 10 minutes just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. So I've definitely seen a huge increase in my productivity levels. I think also naturally the way we've evolved over the last 20 years or so, we don't deal with boredom that well anymore. So if we're bored, we automatically reach for our phone and we will use social media apps to alleviate that boredom. But without the social media apps, you need to find another way of dealing with that boredom, and you sort of naturally progress towards being a bit more productive. So you will find something that you need to clean, or you will find something that you need to fix, or you will find something that you just need to get done that you've been putting off for a little while. Number two, and this is a big one for me, is family time. You just seem to have not more time to actually do stuff, but you have more time to plan the stuff. And it's a sad fact, and it's happened to me many times. Your little son or daughter, in my case daughter, all they want is your undivided attention. But if they're there and they're looking for you for that support and for that meaningful time, and you're just glued to your phone, I just don't think that sets a great example for how they should be when they grow up. And what does that do for your relationship? Have the time and the will to actually plan more time with Ella and more time as a family. So that's a big one for me, and should be reason number one, but I've put that as the next reason. Reason number 3 is better sleep. It's well documented and proven that if you want a decent night's sleep, to help towards that, you need to seriously reduce or completely cut out your screen time an hour or 2 before you go to bed, and have well balanced sleep. And I've definitely noticed the difference. I use Apple products. My iPhone, there's a feature on there called downtime, and I use that, and it goes off at 9 o'clock every night. So between 9 and 6, the phone is basically rendered not useless, but the apps, bar messaging and phone calls, just don't work. And that really helps for my sleep. I just feel, since I don't use my phone or social media apps past 9 o'clock, my sleep is massively improved. Now, one of the big ones for me, and I found this more so with Facebook, and I think it's creeping into Instagram a little bit more, it is just the absolute ridiculous content that you see. Just videos of people saying, oh, check out these 30 life hacks with bottles. Oh, this woman is just about to be exposed for the cheat she is, and the son that she says is his isn't actually his, and this is the reveal. Like, oh, just give me strength. Like, how many people waste their time watching those videos? And that for me was one of the big reasons for coming off Facebook. Was all I saw was videos just annoying me. Can't imagine going back to it now and just being bombarded by those crappy videos that just annoy the crap out of me. I've said crap a few times now. I won't say crap anymore. Another one of the reasons, FOMO. I think that's a big one within social media. I think people document their lives on social media, but the good parts. So Joe down the road might say, oh, here's my brand new Tesla, life's great. But that Tesla that he bought could have put him in 40 grand of debt that he's not mentioned. His marriage may be up the swami. So people only tend to put the good things on social media, and when you see those good things, you feel like you're missing out a little bit, and there's a little bit of envy that creeps in potentially. But you don't have that. So you feel a little bit more content with your life. And you just feel a little bit more sort of gratitude and thankful for what you do have, and you just have more time to make those special moments anyway. And I think those moments are still special if you don't share them on social media. So yeah, fear of missing out, I think, is a big one for everyone, and for me as well. I don't see Joe down the road buying his new Tesla. Does it impact my life? Nope. And the last one for me, I've been at home for the last 14 months working from home, obviously due to coronavirus, and not having social media has just been a great way just to stay focused on the job in hand. How many people out there would need to complete a report, but they would find themselves scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and social media is just a great distraction from something that you're supposed to be doing. Obviously, watching a video on 50 life hacks of bottles might seem a little bit more appealing than phoning a customer or phoning a supplier or doing whatever you need to do in your day job. But without that distraction, you can really focus on the job in hand and just get what you need done. So I, for one, have definitely found working from home really productive, because I just don't spend my time on the phone. I can actually spend time focusing on what I need to get done at work, and it just makes life a lot less stressful. And yeah, if you need to use social media, just block it out throughout the day, and it makes your days a lot less stressful when you know you've got all your work done, and that just frees up a lot more time for the evening, because you're not wanting to work late, you're not thinking about work. It allows you just to switch off at the end of the day, think, I've done my work, and I can now get on with other things that I need to. And like I said, social media, not being on social media, has allowed me to find that work-life balance, and long may it continue. So just to summarise, I feel a lot happier and a lot more productive not being on social media. If someone was to ask me whether I would go back to social media at any point, I would have to say at this moment, no, can't see it. I've only deactivated my account so I can reactivate them at any point. But how productive I am, Productive Tom's just so much better, and I think my wife will probably agree. And it's just a game changer. Obviously, it's not just the lack of social media, it's the lack of screen time as well. And I'm going to go into further videos on productivity and the apps I use. But life just seems a lot simpler and a lot better when you're not glued to other people's lives. And yes, I don't see my favourite cyclists and what they're up to and what mountains they're climbing and what races they're going to be doing, but that has such a small negative impact on my life compared to what constantly scrolling through the social media apps would have. That's the reasons why I'm not on social media anymore. Hopefully you can find some value in that. I definitely recommend, if you're one of those people who feels that they spend too much time on social media, just try a 14-day detox or a 7-day detox or a 30-day detox and see how you feel at the end of it. And I guarantee you will feel like you don't want to go back to it, or you are going to seriously reduce your screen time, and you will feel that you really reap the benefits of it. So yeah, like I said, more videos to come in the coming weeks on productivity, and I look forward to seeing you all then. See you later.